We welcome you back to Indianapolis, where the college basketball season has come to an end and where the Wolverines of Michigan have been crowned the champions. 69-63 your final score. They said they had to hold them in that kind of a range, but still, even holding Michigan to 69 points, not enough. And Jalen Rose. Yes, hail to the victors. Indeed. Had a feeling Chris Webber might chime in as well.
Respect and love for those two guys.
For sure. Without question. We welcome you back to Inside March Madness, presented by Lilly, Ernie Johnson with Bruce Pearl and Clark Kellogg, Kenny Smith, and Charles Barkley. This was the way, I guess, Danny Hurley, and he said earlier, this is what we've got to do to try to hang in this game with them. But still, it wasn't enough. Michigan, just too much.
UConn did everything they had to do to stay in this basketball game. Their first shot defense against Michigan was incredible. A season low on assists, a season low on field goal percentage. All the things that Michigan needed to do offensively to win the game, UConn dominated. But on the other end, Michigan controlled this game with their own defense. This is 4 straight games now that they've held their opponents to a season-low field goal percentage. They did it with size. They did it with switching. They did it with communication. You worry about what you can control. And Michigan came into this tournament knowing the only way they could lose if they didn't defend. The only team the Oxel said could beat them was themselves. Yeah. And they didn't do it. They controlled the game with their defense.
Last 4 games, 36% field goals against, 32, 37, and tonight, 31%.
There are 2 things I highlighted on the stat sheet. 31% field goal defense, 25 for 28 from the foul line. That's where the game was won by the Wolverines. They had more ways to win than UConn did.
Jet, you were almost there.
I got one right. 63 points.
Yeah.
They were in the range to score, but there's a couple other things that I felt noticed. UConn didn't play without fouling. So you put people on the line so many times, I call it free money. You gave them free money, and Michigan cashed in on it because of their size, their strength, and their athleticism. But the one thing that really surprised me, I didn't realize how much Michigan would challenge the rim on your drives. There were multiple guys flying through the air when UConn came to the rim. And lastly, you cannot go 9 for 33. It's also because you're also a little fatigued because you are running the shot clock down a little bit. You are running a little bit more than you typically have, and you're not as open as you were. So 9 for 33, shooting 27% from the three-point line, came from the fatigue of having to defend and then run the shot clock down as well.
Well, I don't know if it was fatigue. It's called Michigan was guarding their ass. They were all over them. Listen, the best team won. They were the best team in college. I thought Arizona was, but that Michigan team was the best team in college basketball all year. We've seen one of the great runs we've seen in a long time. And what impressed me about this game, they didn't play good. And, Coach, you know this. When they won this game defensively, the best offense team in the tournament won this game on defense. They didn't play well, but their defense, and I said it at halftime, what separates this Michigan team, they can win a game defensively. Yep. That was impressive, but they were the best team in the country, and they proved it tonight.
By the way, let me point out that Werner is proud to provide custom-designed podium ladders for the net cutting celebration. Werner, the official ladder of NCAA March Madness. We were talking as this game was going on up here on the set, and we looked at it and said, if Michigan wins the game or if UConn wins the game, we said, who's going to be the MOP, the most outstanding player? Why, in your opinion, was it Elliot Cadeau?
Well, in the semifinal game, his aggressiveness was the difference from the start. In this game, he started fast, got saddled with a little foul trouble, but he made every key and big play, and he kept pressure on the opposing team with his attacks to the rim. But his timely scores, I thought tonight,
were huge because he made some buckets when Michigan really needed him to do that.
You know, so often in big games, especially football games, we judge the quarterback. And whichever team had the better quarterback oftentimes wins the big game. This is back-to-back games now where Elliot Cadeau dominated the game. He dominated Jaden Bradley. He dominated Silas Demery. Quarterbacks and point guards make a huge, huge difference.
You know what's funny, Ernie? When Elliot Cadeau was in high school, his AAU coach played for my brother, and he asked me to come watch him play. That was the same day I'm walking into the gym, and the former Tar Heel coach, Hubert Davis, walking in. And we're watching Elliot play for the first 5 minutes. He didn't score one basket. And I tell this story to the kids all the time. And he looked at me and asked me, who's the best player on the floor? I said, Cadeau. He says, yeah, he's making every right play. And so he controlled the pace the same way in the first game. He controlled it. He made every right play for Michigan. And the guy was offered that day without scoring a basket.
Yeah.
He never scored a basket in the first 5 minutes, and he offered him a scholarship.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the Capital One rewarding performance of this championship game. And it's the paint production of the Michigan Wolverines, a 36-22 advantage in this
Sometime
matchup.
I would have come sometime and just threw him a little bit off balance, but Cadeau again getting to the be strong, young fella.
And
Be strong.
let's give Yaxel a lot of credit because he clearly was out there on one leg.
But didn't force anything.
He didn't force anything. You got to give him some credit for, number one, just battling, but he did not force it. And listen, man, that was an impressive game for these kids because, like I say, they did not play well.
Yes, you know, Yaxel, rest your leg and get ready for June.
Yeah,
when the draft comes.
And I
baby.
tell you, man,
first round.
That defense was stifling.
It really was.
I mean, Kenny talked about fatigue. When somebody's all in your jock, for kids at home, look up jock.
A few possessions early in that second half,
Yeah.
their only scores came when they got their own miss.
Yes.
For a few possessions early in that second half.
But to have a team this good offensively and defensively says something about Coach May, like, hey, we're going to play defense because their offense was not there tonight.
Not quite not what it's been like.
Yeah, but their defense, coming in averaging that 90 points a game, hadn't scored below 90. And Connecticut did everything.
That was a valiant effort by the Huskies.
Get Danny Hurley, who's a great coach. They played textbook. But I think the one thing that hurt them, they played a perfect first half and was still down. And so they were playing uphill, but that defense never gave them a second to breathe.
Yeah, also check, 55 possessions and Michigan still wins. Typically, they in the tournament, I'm just guessing, but I would say they're probably around 70 possessions.
Oh, yeah.
So all of a sudden now you have 15 less possessions.
But that's why their defense is so impressive.
Their defense did step up.
Yeah, and Chuck, they really were in their compression shorts all night long.
Jockstrap.
Hey,
how old are you?
I remember.
I didn't even wear jockstrap. I'm not even old enough to wear those. That is not a sight I want to remember.
The relentless pursuit is presented by Lilly. On the topic of defense by the Wolverines and rim protection, how about
don't get that?
How about 42-8 during the tournament with their advantage in block shot?
Well, everybody does it. It's not just Mara. I mean, all of these got the guards get in there and deny shots. Give me that. Morez Johnson there.
What kind of party is it, Chuck?
That's a block party.
Who's invited?
Michigan invited everybody. They sure did.
And it winds up 69-63. Obviously, late in that game, had a turnover down there, and if UConn's able to convert, suddenly it's like a 4-point game, but they couldn't, so they just never went away. It was just never comfortable.
The Huskies hung tough from start to finish, executed the game plan extremely well. Had they knocked down a few more threes, it could have been a different story. But credit to their effort, their resilience, their connectedness, and also the defensive.
There's two Cadeaus out there. There's two Elliots.
Clark, are they twins?
No, I knew there was two of them on the court at one time. No wonder they're so good.
It just seemed that way.
One plays offense, one plays defense. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, what a night it was, and what a championship game for Everybody thinking that Michigan was an overwhelming favorite in this thing. UConn showed its colors. UConn showed why they were in a championship game for the third time in 4 years. Michigan showed why they're the best team in college basketball.
You're right, Kelly. You're right. I knew that fight song.
Do you really?
Well, I have to have the words in front of me, Ernie. It's like karaoke.
I'm sorry I missed that one. As UConn and Michigan went head-to-head for the national championship. Dusty May's guys, early on, you see Axel Lendeborg, who was kind of iffy as of yesterday, but wound up playing every minute of the first half and led them in minutes played in this game. Michigan on top, 9-7 early. Elliot Cadeau.
He was outstanding all game long. Hoop and harm there. But UConn would not go away. Alex Caravan had a team high 17, 3 of them right there.
Braylon Mullins, 4 for 17 on the night. Connects there. But look at Roddy Gale off that Michigan bench, and at the half, it's Michigan 33 to 29. Cadeau, you know, he gets guys in foul trouble. He runs the show. It's the kind of most outstanding player in the Final Four kind of stuff, and he connects for 3.
Yeah, 19 points, 3 of them right there for Elliot Cadeau. But again, UConn. Michigan had a couple of 11-point leads, never able to really stretch it out because the Huskies would not go away. Very few fast break opportunities, but one right here.
And Adai Mara cashes in, much to the chagrin of Danny Hurley.
Excellent pass ahead by Cadeau. Rim running by Lendeborg. He was, to your point, Chuck, the fact that he played as long as he did, as hard as he did it, maybe 70%, was impressive.
They had cut it to 62 to 56. Trey McKinney.
That was a huge play because they almost stole it 2 times that possession.
That's exactly right. Loose ball and this
bang,
is a back 3, and it's still not over. Solo ball.
This here, I thought they could have got a quick 2, kept in it, but I think Coach Hurley said, no, we're going to get this 3, and then even if they made those free throws, we still have a shot to win.
Exactly.
Those guys have a special relationship. Hurley and Caravan. They watch it end tonight with a chance for their 3rd title in 4 years. 69-63. It's the Wolverines for the first time since 1989 claiming the national championship. And they do it by 6. After the game, Tracy Wolfson with Danny Hurley.
Coach, you guys mucked it up. You played it on your terms. It just was not enough. What was the difference down the stretch there?
I just thought the 2 fouls on those 3 guys in the first half. I thought we had a real good chance to go into the half with the lead, but having Silas Harris and Solo Ball with those 2 fouls, just really, put us down at the half. And then we just had to make more shots. We had great opportunities, I thought, from 3. If we make 3 or 4 more, we've got a great chance to win it. But, I mean, how are you disappointed at all in your group? These guys had 22 offensive rebounds versus that group of monsters out there. So proud of the guys.
You talk about this group, and I know it was probably extremely hard in there, especially for Alex Caravan and the seniors. What did you say to him in this group?
Yeah, it's complicated because everyone's crushed. We came here to be out there doing what those guys are doing right now. But, just how resilient this team is. This team, we're not going to walk away as national champions, but we're going to walk away as a team that is one of the best teams, one of the best seasons, and has given the fans at UConn, one of the best seasons. We've been playing basketball at UConn since 1901. Somebody just told me. So, for 120 years, this has been one of our best seasons. Unfortunately for us, we just get the watches, not the rings.
Appreciate the time.
Thank you. It's our pleasure.
It ends for Danny Hurley and UConn with a 34-6 record as Michigan cuts down the nets. And this is built better The moment
that was a
presented
big
by
play.
Body Armor.
Because this when they hit. This when they came
Yeah.
down and hit the three-point play. Yep.
No, yep. That was a
Ray
big,
McKinney
big.
Look at that. Almost got another steal.
stepping back.
And I thought that was a game-setting match right there.
And I think that was the, they just tased Ryan. This ball game is over.
They just changed Ryan. I mean, they almost had 2 layups on that play. That's how close it was.
Hail to the victors. The Big Ten has won a national championship in basketball, first time since Michigan State did. It's been a pleasure working with you guys.
Right here.
Yeah.
Is where it happened, Indianapolis in 2000.
Coach, it's been a pleasure.
Likewise.
As
Always
always.
good to see. Thank you, guys.
Hey, Bruce,
Chuckster.
See you next
I love
week.
you, man.
I love you,
Clark,
brother.
you know I love you, man.
Yes, sir. Love is mutual.
I'll see you, Mugs, a lot coming
Yeah, you
up.
will.
Coming up. Yes,
Mugs.
indeed. man.